PM reveals the roadmap, and that's good to know that there is a roadmap to getting out of this mess. Although, let's be honest, if at the end of this period the people who've been driving the country end up doing this, we won't be surprised. But we've been following the roadmap, and yet we've ended up here. How have... Wait a minute. Oh... It's likely, and we all know it's likely. But there was it was yesterday, the news from Boris Johnson actually telling us what was going to happen as we finally get out of this lockdown, and it was a time for optimism. Boris Johnson said, "The crocus of hope is poking through the frost." I mean, that's a good metaphor. Not the only one they could have gone with. We managed to get a hold of other metaphors that they thought of going with, including... The toast of freedom is about to spring up from the toaster of oppression. Other options include the finger of liberty has scratched through the single-ply loo roll of lockdown. The hot cross bun of sanity is rising in the fan-assisted oven of cautious government intervention. Or they could have gone with the lipstick peen of the dog of our future is aroused by the used slipper of data-driven policy. I think they probably went with the right one. I mean, the state of Boris Johnson yesterday, that was when he looks like we all feel. He was coughing like he was trying to cheat at Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. It's like he's trying to improve the R rate around him on his own. So he did have, however, doesn't matter how he looks, he had words that would make us feel better. And he said that Boris Johnson focused on data, not dates. That's good. That's scientific. I like it. He's talking about data and not dates. So let's look at some of the facts. It all starts on March the 8th. There is a 5-week gap between each one, which means things happen on March 29th, April 12th, May 17th, and they're all dates. You can't say that you're data-driven when all you're doing is listing dates. If the data that you've got comes from a calendar, it's a flipping date. But it's okay because, look, there's the 4 steps to freedom. And yes, they're all date-related, but it doesn't matter because dates happen. As long as we can count through the days, we'll get to the dates. As long as we have a government that can count, we'll be okay. As long as the people who gave us a 4-step plan can count. Am I setting this up enough so that we'll get a lot of release when the punchline comes? As long as the people who are giving us 4 steps can actually count, things will be fine. Let's take a look at some of the analysis of the various steps. Step 1 comes in 2 parts. Well, then it's a 5-step process. If one step has 2 steps in it, it's 2 steps, so in total that's 5 steps. What the hell is going on? 5 is not even a difficult number to count to. You can count on the fingers of one hand. You can use your other hand to point to it. I don't know what's going on anymore. These people are ridiculous. I mean, it's a stupid thing. I've no...